Hey guys, it's Trippy. This is really weird for me because I'm talking directly to the camera in a van, which is all very strange. Obviously the van is new to me, but also talking directly to the camera I don't do very often. So, well, as you guessed, I've got the van, so I thought I'd give you guys a quick tour. Hopefully the angles are right. I'm here by myself, so I've got no one to film me. We tried this yesterday with Lisa. She was sat where basically your place now, filming me. But it was a bit dark, and I mean it's raining now, as you can probably see. But it was like really windy. It was quite dark as well, but yeah, I'll do my best to give you the tour. So this is the VW California it's the 2018. So I know there's like the 6 and there's the 6.1. I don't know which one this is, to be honest, but they're both really good. So I just closed down these a second just to make it a bit more cozy. So I got these lights which come on and off. Basically where you guys are now is the passenger seat. So from there to here, all the electric and stuff is powered by a different battery, so you can keep this and the heating and everything on all night if you want, apparently for a good couple of days. Excuse me. And it won't run it dry, and if it does empty out completely, you just go for a drive and that main battery will power it up so it'll never get stranded. Hopefully you can hear me right, because the rain is really coming in. It feels nice and cozy in here though, I will say that. But yeah, I'll start with this little one here. I will show you guys in a minute as well. Maybe I'll sort of loop it up with me speaking. This is a fridge and freezer, so there's a little setting which I'll show you in a minute, which you can twiddle with to change the temperature. So you can freeze stuff, so if you've got meat and stuff. I've already bought bacon ready. This is the, what do they call it, the stove. You can tell I don't cook very much. 2 buttons here, that just starts it up, and underneath the cupboard here, which I'll show you as well, that's to turn the gas on or off. So if you don't like driving with the gas on and maybe leaking, which it wouldn't, that's where you turn it off. And then next to that, again, I don't know if you can see this, is a tap with running water, which I will again show you. I think at the minute it's set up so all the water runs straight out onto the road or wherever you're camped. There is a little setting you can, like a little switch you can pull, so it holds it. I don't know how much it holds, but it'll basically, he said, if you're like on a friend's driveway and you're using the tap and you don't want to get all your gunky water on your friend's drive, just stop it, and then as soon as you release it, it goes everywhere. I think a lot of campsites have like a runoff place. Oh, bad news with the campsite, by the way. Where we're staying tomorrow, tomorrow Boxing Day, had an email because of the new Tier 2 where we can't stay there anymore. I don't know why they've cancelled it, but I guess it's better safe than sorry. But the other campsite I haven't heard from yet. But if they do all cancel with us, I might have to just see where we can go, do like wild camping. At the minute I'm parked up at Bassett Cove. I'll quickly show you. If I open this, so you can see it's that's the view. So if you fancy a view out, just open up your blinds and there you go. But apparently this is really good for, they're like, you're allowed to park here. You won't get told off or asked to move. And I mean, if you're staying in a van by yourself, or if like Connor's taking his van and we're already in like a sort of bubble because we work together, I don't see what the harm is in that, to be honest. What else is there? Oh yeah, so the bed, this folds down, so this is sort of like the backup bed really. It comes across and then folds down. It's not the most comfy. I think most people say to buy an extra mattress to go on top, but I probably won't be using this on anyway. There's storage and stuff here, so it's got a little mirror in there and a spare gas bottle. It comes with 2. Obviously this is rented, and I think you have to replace them yourself, but apparently there's a video online of a man who fits in that, so it's quite a lot of space. And the guy I rented it from, he said he was a family of 4 and they managed to get all of their stuff in there, so pretty spacey. At the back, again I have to show you this another time, there's loads of space back there. And then the really good part, which I shall show you now, that little thing there, this grey part which just looks like part of the door, is the actual table, which is pretty cool. It used to be, with the Californias, you basically sit back and there's a table here folded down. You drag it across, bring it up and fold up the leg, and that's the table. But he said he had too many people where the table was out and it'd be at full stretch. They would stand up to get out the van and it would break, and he reckons it was like something like £600 a time to fix it because it's like VW's own table. So he said they got rid of that in the end and just got that one there, but it's perfect. And as well, in the back of the door when you open it up, there's 2 chairs hidden away, so, and there's an awning, so you take the awning out, put the table and chairs out, and you're protected from the rain. So it's, yeah, really well designed. So this is the view from where I was just sitting. Both of these chairs rotate, so if you are a big family or you're just looking to like socialize a bit in here, these can turn around and face, like I say, all face inwards. So that little table the other day me and Connor had in the middle, I was sat here, he was sat where I am now, and it was like really cozy. But I'll show you the fridge just so you get a better angle of it, if I can open the door. So yeah, not the biggest fridge, but considering it's a van, you'd get plenty in there. I mean, that's, yeah, probably get a chicken, loads of bacon, sausages, all sorts in there. So yeah, not going to complain about that. And then if I open this little thing here, so it's all a bit stiff, I probably won't be able to show you it, but in here there's a little thing you twist. There we go. So he said basically face it that way, as in go, and like the van going, and that means gas is on. So I lift this up. I don't know if I can do it with one hand or not. So then twist it to the flame, hold it down, and then let it go. Oh, sorry. And there we go. Oh, the heat from that, because it's quite cold today. Just that is warm, but you wouldn't want to use that as a heater because I'm pretty sure you'd blow all your gas quite quickly. And then just turn it off, just whoop, and then you're done. And then just, where's that valve? Just turn the valve off. And now, I mean, it's perfectly safe if you leave it on. The guy who I rented it off, he left it on, but I just turn it off just to be safe. But I might even leave that open just because there's a bit of warmth coming from that. And then say the sink is running water. Yep. Not too noisy. And of course in here, oh, that's the control thing, which I'll show you in a second, just because I've got to maneuver around in the van a little bit. But that is your heating, your fridge and everything like that. So all this is off at the minute, but like I said, I was told you could run it for ages and it wouldn't kill the battery, and even if it does, it's not connected to the actual van battery, so you can just drive off and start charging it. Right, now for my favourite bit. Keys in the ignition. Ignition on. That'll turn all this lot on. Now this is just sort of options button. Oh, let me turn all that off. Oh, and the music. Everything's coming on. So you push that, if it'll come in, and then, oh, so temperature level 2, he said to keep it on 3, I think. So push that in. See the little light come on, so that means the fridge is now on, and then press that again, it comes off. Same for the heating, press that in, ask you what temperature. Level 7, that seems like it's going to be really high. We'll press that in just so you can hear it. It should kick in. Maybe not. Okay, I can't actually hear it, but that will basically, it's perfectly safe. It runs off the diesel, but all the exhaust is outside like you expect. He said if you sometimes turn it on, you will smell a little bit if the door's open, but he said it's all perfectly safe. You're not going to be like taking on diesel fumes or anything like that. So now for my favourite part, you push this button here, push it in and select pop-up roof. You slide this out. So it's all a little bit stiff. I just think it's because it's a couple years old and it's a rental, people have probably been treating it quite badly. And then click in for the pop-up roof, slide it to open, and then hold it in. It makes a bit of a noise. And you'll see slowly he'll start to move, he'll start to wake up. Apparently the manual ones are better just because they're faster, and I imagine with like an automatic thing there's so much more things that could be broken. But yeah, it don't take too bad. I imagine in the wind it'd probably get blown to bejesus, but it doesn't seem too bad. Yesterday it was really rocking the van around, and then it sounds like it's running, but you just wait, boop, and he's done. So now, have a quick peek up here. Now on the camera and me looking at it now, it doesn't look spacey at all, but I'm going to put the camera down a second and climb up and I'll show you just how much room there is. Alright, so I made it up. That's the view into the cabin. I'm not feeling exactly safe in a minute because I'm parked slightly downhill, so it feels like I'm going to fall, but the heating thing is right there and it comes up to the cabin. So if you're in the middle of the night, obviously your head would be here. If you're a little bit cold, you can turn that and fiddle with it and crank it right up so you're nice and warm. It is a little bit drafty. There's obviously like gaps here. He said it's basically like sleeping in a tent, but see if I lie down now with my head up, I'm not that tall. I think I'm like 5'6" or something. I don't know, about average height, I guess. But my head is where I'd have it for the pillow. Sorry, for the pillow. And you see my feet, I've got about a foot of room at the bottom, so I can like shuffle even further down. And there's somewhere, a little light thing here to put on. Obviously it doesn't look like it's doing much now because it's light outside, but he said that's a really decent reading light. Another one on that side. But the only thing is, he said whatever you do, don't fold this back down while there's stuff up here, because any little bulge like a pillow or a fleece or something, you will see here, oh, bump my head, this little gap, this little tear. If there's anything that sort of makes it stick out, the roof obviously doesn't know that and continues to close and crushes the fabric, and it can cut it real easily. But if I just show you this, if you fancy a view in the morning. So it's the first time me doing any of this. Yee-hoo! So if it is in the summer and you're camping, you can let in a bit of a wind, let in a bit of a draft, and yeah, surprisingly light. Oh. But yeah, I'm just imagining waking up on day after Boxing Day, looking out and thinking, oh, what's the weather looking like? And hopefully the sun's going to be shining. I think, oh cool, I'll fly the drone over that cliff. But that remains to be seen. But it's yeah, everything they've done has been really thought out. I can imagine the people who are making this are making it because they've been out in camper vans and stuff and thought, oh, if only I had this. So yeah, really, really well designed. It's just, say, I think it's because it's a rental and it is 2 years old, it's just, he's seen better days. But I'm really happy with it. I'm going to climb back down a minute without falling, and we'll talk some more. Right, so you might be able to hear a fan now. That's the heater kicking in. I can feel the warmth coming from somewhere, not sure where, but it is coming in. And then just to close it again, you click this button. You've got this little icon here, I don't know how well you can see it, just saying like the roof is up. So click that in, pop up roof, slide it down to close, and then when you hold it in, it will come part way down, and then boop, it'll say roof bed down. So it's asking you, is there any obstructions and stuff? Is the blind and all open? It's all closed. Just have a quick double check, he said, make sure nothing's sticking out, and then hold down the bottom again. So it's a bit of a long-winded process, but the other thing is as well, it smells a little bit like old people in here. I don't know if it's because this fabric has gotten wet. I couldn't see any mold or anything on it. Just let that stop. Boop, and we're golden. And now if you go, oops, go back, then in a minute that should come off. Oh, there we go, back, and the roof's down. Yeah, I don't know if this has got wet and then it's being closed down while it's wet, and it's sort of that sort of mildewy, whatever it's called, smell has come in. But there is definitely an odd smell in here for old people. But then you just got to be a bit careful when you close this back up. And there we go, like it was never there. Oh, that's the other thing as well. This part here, I believe you can push up. So at the minute I can't stand up in here, I'm like hunched over. I mean, most people would be hunched over in this. But if you push that up, I'm pretty sure you could stand up. But I mean, I'd be more than happy. You can see these gaps in the floor, it's a bit muddy. I know I need to clean it. We're going to put a rug down here as well, so we can sort of come in with our socks and yeah, just be nice and comfortable. But I'd be more than happy sat on here with my bacon on the go. Doopy doopy doo. Hopefully it wouldn't be spitting in my face. And yeah, like I wouldn't be worried about standing up, I don't think. But so I found out where the heating coming from. It's a little vent down there. I imagine there's more than one. I've had to switch it off because it is boiling in here now. Outside it's like bitterly cold. The wind on your face, it like freezes you immediately. So yeah, that is more than that. If I took off my coat, I imagine I'd still be too hot. So it definitely does the job. You'd probably be complaining about the heat at night if you had that on. And like I said, the guy said, well, as long as you got diesel, you could run it all night if you wanted to and wake up nice and toasty. But I think for me the big problem is going to be how attached I feel to this van already, and it's not mine. So I've had it for 2 days, taking it to work and back, and I took it out yesterday, just a little drive along the North Cliffs, just to try and like scope out some places to camp. And I was like, oh, I really like it. And even driving back, when I first sat in it, it's just so comfortable and so easy to drive. And there's nothing wrong with my car now, don't get me wrong, but it's not a van. But I've looked on prices. I think I can't remember if I said this on a previous video. The prices for the vans are insane. If you want this kind of model or newer, it's something like a 15 grand deposit for a new one, and then £400 or £500 a month for 4 years. Or a used one, it's about a £5,000 deposit, and then £700 a month. Again, that's for 4 years, so that's a lot of money to commit to, money I just will never have. So it's sort of bittersweet that I love the van, and I'm definitely going to rent one again, but it's just, I can't afford it, so I need to win the lottery or something, I think, so I can become a van lifer. I'm starting to see why it's so enticing. Just, yeah, it's weird. I'm without going too much into my personal life, I'll always have a roof over my head unless a set of really, really bad circumstances happen. Yeah, basically all the bad stars would have to align for me to be like not with a roof over my head. So I've like always got security, but with this van, it's sort of, I think it might be just because it's cozy. When I was driving along, I thought I could just stop here. If I broke down now, I don't think I'd care, just because I haven't got food or water. Well, I've got that water, but I don't know how long it's been in there, so I probably wouldn't drink it. But nowhere to go to the toilet, I haven't got food on me, but somehow I still feel nice and safe and cozy. It's a weird feeling. So I can definitely see there's like people who are going abroad. They're like probably like 18, like never really been away from home, and yet they're hopping in a van and going to like Portugal for 3 months. I started rambling, I lost my trail of thought, but yeah, I can't wait for the Christmas break. It starts today. Today was my last day of work. So yeah, just rubbing my hands together. I've bought bacon as well, so I can get that sizzling on the grill, on the thing. You can tell I don't cook very much. But yeah, I think I'm going to love you guys and leave you here. And hopefully very soon I'll have a proper little van life kind of video out, or part-time van lifer, I guess. I'll probably get called out by all the van lifers, like, you bloody phony, you're not a real van lifer. But yeah, I'm a happy boy, and I shall hopefully have a video in the next few days, I reckon. I'm just not sure where or when it's going to be yet. So thanks for watching if you made it this far. I know I've rambled along. Hopefully you enjoyed the tour. While I've got the van, if you want to see anything else to do with it, I'll try and show as much as I can. If there's anything I've missed that you want to see while I've got it, I will try and cover it for you. But yeah, other than that, thank you for watching. Peace out, and I'll see you very soon, hopefully. Cheers.